I'm down here.
Brother Jeff, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Jeff Bush. My family and I are missionaries in Argentina.
Well, as you know, there's a bunch of teenagers here tonight, and we're just curious to know, what did you want to be when you were a teenager growing up?
I don't know, me being a ballerina, joining the circus, stuff that girls like.
Really? I didn't ever know that about you. No, seriously, what did you want to be growing up?
Maybe just a little bit taller, just about right there.
Well, you and your wife have been back here for a few months traveling. Why don't you tell us about what's been going on in your life and ministry?
At this moment, we've purchased some land in Argentina, in La Plata, and we're raising funds to finish paying off the land. We've paid off most of it, about $65,000. Now we're raising the last $20,000 that we have to pay off at the end of this year.
Well, that's exciting. What are you going to do with this land that you purchased in Argentina?
We love goofing around, amusement parks, having a great time, so probably roller coasters, things like that.
Many of the young people here may be thinking about being a missionary. How did you decide to go to Argentina?
The food is very wonderful in Argentina. They have a lot of steak, a lot of empanadas, Argentine food, but very wonderful food, very, very good.
Are you serious?
Absolutely, absolutely, without a doubt, without a doubt.
Being down there in Argentina, what is it that you really enjoy doing?
I love soccer. I love it.
I thought you might have been down there, maybe preach the gospel, start churches.
Of course, but that's not really the main reason. Not at all.
That must make things hard at home. I know your wife and children seem to love God. What if your wife wanted to go to church one night instead of going with you to a soccer game?
I guess we would have to separate because of doctrine, because of beliefs.
You have to be kidding me. Well, then what's a church service like for you there in La Plata?
Go through all kinds of lines where the police frisk you, and there's police always sitting down with sticks and everything just to protect everybody because they're fanatics.
This interview isn't going the way I expected it to. Maybe on a lighter note, so with everything going on, what is it like raising your 3 daughters there in Argentina?
They're a lot into alcohol and drugs and different stuff because of their lifestyle is very different.
You've been back in the States, and you've had the opportunity to spend time with my brother-in-law, Brother Mark Coffey, the administrative pastor here, and your kids and his kids have played together. How have the kids here influenced your kids?
They do not dress decent at all. A lot of immodesty. In fact, a whole lot of immodesty in the area. You'd just be very surprised with what people would wear walking down the street. It's very hard to realize.
That doesn't sound like Brother Mark at all.
He's a very heavy drinker. Drinks a whole lot.
Brother Jeff, this interview is really confusing me. What is it? You've been to our church services here at Vision. What do you think about our service?
It's very, very liberal, something you wouldn't think of. The people dance all over, throw up their hands, just have a great time, so to say, in their own opinion.
As you know, I'm a youth pastor here. What do you think about youth pastors in America?
I'll be honest with you, they have a lot of problems. They talk nothing of doctrine. They cannot preach worth anything. They it makes it real hard. I mean, just anybody, whether you have long hair, necklaces, just whatever, you could be one of them. It's not too hard. Just a whole different way that they do things. Tattoos everywhere. I mean, piercings everywhere. They're a bunch of liberals, to be honest. That's exactly what they are.
I never knew that. I mean, what do you think about our youth groups?
Well, it's almost like a cult. They require silly things that you couldn't even think of. It's just unbelievable the way they do things.
Okay, religious, let me give you a chance to redeem yourself here. Me and you are friends, at least I thought till about 45 seconds ago. What do you think of, if somebody has to come up and say, what do you think about Brother Trent and his wife Stephanie?
They just dress funny. I mean, they act really weird. The guy acts like a girl. I mean, the way he talks, the way he acts, I mean, just might as well put a skirt on him. He's just really, really weird.
It's not even worth it. Okay. Brother Jeff, I'm offended. I mean, you train missionaries and preachers there in Argentina. What do you think it takes to be a preacher?
Somebody really that has two legs, can stand up, and don't even have to have a Bible. Just stand up and act like a weirdo and run around, and that'll make them a preacher.
I'm confused. If you don't like good Bible preaching here in our churches, what do you like? Something more like Benny Hinn?
I love to hear his preaching. It brings a lot of conviction. Very, very good, right down to the jugular. You know exactly what's going on. Makes you want to respond right away.
You've changed. You were trained by our pastor here to be a missionary and train leaders. Do you still believe that men are called to be preachers?
Not at all.
Kidding? You think women can be preachers?
Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You're not answering any of the questions the way I think. Let me ask one that I know I'll get the answer right. So let me guess, do you dress like a woman sometimes when you're in Argentina?
Absolutely.
We need to make you look better from these teens. Why don't you tell them how often you read the Bible?
Probably once every 4 months. Once every 4 months.
So, okay, how about this will help you. So, Brother Jeff, you're excited about preaching tonight. Just let the people know that you'll be preaching from the King James Bible.
I love the steaks in Argentina. They're big, fat, juicy, and wonderful.
Brother Jeff, don't avoid the question. Just let them know. Will you be tell them that you'll be preaching from the King James Bible.
No way. Never, man. I wouldn't even think about it.
This interview is over. Why don't you just give them some good closing remark to these young people tonight?
Come visit me in Argentina. I'll buy you a good steak.